Hi everyone, welcome to my flipped classroom presentation. Within this slideshow, I have prepared to talk about what a flipped classroom is, some of the benefits to this method, and the steps to implementing the flipped teaching. So what is a flipped classroom? A flipped classroom is unlike any traditional classroom where the teacher lectures in front of the class, has little time for classroom collaboration or peer-directed learning, and they also send home homework in a traditional classroom, whereas a flipped classroom, it delivers the lesson or message at home so that when students have questions or need clarification, teachers can cover that in class, and what they would be doing for homework is now what they do in class to gain further understanding and knowledge. So some benefits to this, there's quite a lot of benefits to this. Efficient and reusable. This helps collaborative learning, helps students to collaborate their ideas together and come to class being able to share their thoughts. It also is cost effective. It allows teachers and students more one-on-one time. So again, allows teachers to spend that time instead of lecturing, spend that time with the students, guiding them, letting the students gain more clarification. It provides, provides more guidance, help, and understanding. It also builds stronger relationships and student engagement when students get to come back and collaborate in class. They start to build those relationships while they're engaging in the conversation. It also makes learning central rather than teaching. And to me, this meant more close and relatable rather than distant and lecture-like. And then the last one here is that it increases individualized attention. So when the students are able to go home, watch that video, read the content, they're able to use those skills and widen their attention span. So here are some steps on how to implement the flipped classroom. Step one is to plan. So figure out which lesson in particular that you want to flip and have it be the lecture that goes home and then the collaboration that happens in class. Record is step two. So instead of teaching the lesson in person, you're going to go ahead and make a video. And then step three is you're going to share the video to your students, make it engaging and clear so that the students know exactly what to do. Step four is change. Students are prepared to actually go more in depth than ever before, so change it up. They will actually be able to come in with all their ideas and collaborate what they've learned. Step five is group. So you're going to separate the class into groups where students are given a task to perform, and they're able to then again interact with one another. And while the teacher walks around and guides students as needed. And then number six is kind of regroup. So get the class back together, share the individual group ideas, what people have said, what people have learned, and kind of make it a class discussion. And so these 6 steps have helped me to really learn how a teacher goes about implementing this flipped classroom method. Here I have a little visual for you guys, the traditional on the left and the flipped on the right. The traditional classroom role is that the teacher is just standing up front, writing on the board, here's your homework, here's what we're learning today, go home, do it, come back, and we'll talk about it. Whereas the flipped classroom actually is hands-on. So you're going to actually engage in the lecture at home and then come into class, and there'll be an activity, there'll be hands-on things for the students to do, there'll be guidance. For the teacher's role, there'll be guidance going on, they'll be walking around. It frees up teachers' time for one-on-one, things like that. So these are the the difference between the two. I thought this was a good visual. And that's my slideshow for the flipped classroom. So thank you guys. I hope you enjoyed, and I look forward to making more of these.